This second half of the year, it's getting bigger and better on West Africa Democracy Radio. With your favorite programs redefined, and new shows added for your listening pleasure. From this July, Mondays to Fridays, the rebroadcast of your shows Well Buddy, 50/50, and Varoscope and other repeated shows will now be broadcast at 9 a.m. every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Catch the latest on Triangulon's La Info or Triangulating the Information, a fact-checking magazine program, and you'll have news roundup on Sundays and a family show on arts and culture. Don't miss all of these amazing programs and more this second half of the year on West Africa Democracy Radio, 94.9 FM Dakar. It's you speaking.
Monday to Sunday.
It's hard to explain, okay? But
All day. All year round.
it's so mysterious.
This is who we are.
This is who we are.
WADR. You can listen to us on 94.9 FM in Dakar through our website www.wadr.org. WADR. Promoting dialogue.
It's made there in Dakar, 1 p.m. in Abuja. Good afternoon and many thanks. Meanwhile, President Joseph Boakai of Liberia is calling on citizens to prioritize the consumption of locally grown produce in order to reduce the demand for imported foodstuff. Speaking on Wednesday when he launched a 6-year National Agricultural Development Plan for the nation under the theme, Liberians Feed Yourselves Agenda, the Liberian leader said the need for citizens to return to the soil and grow what they eat can no longer be overly emphasized. He explained that the $780 million National Agricultural Development Plan, which runs from 2024 to 2030, is focused on promoting food self-sufficiency and indigenous wealth creation through agriculture value chain development. You are listening to Newslink here on West Africa Democracy Radio, broadcasting from Dakar, Senegal. Here is a reminder of our top stories. Mali's junta government lifts the ban on political party and association activities in the country after 3 years. Burkinabe transitional President Traoré to receive the nation's strong forces today. ECOWAS Court of Justice orders a fresh probe into the ENSAL's protest against rights abuses. Ghana's minority MPs walk out of parliament over approval of new ministerial appointees by the president. Still ahead, we also have the press review, guest interview, and sports news. Please stay with us.
Fresh and breaking news all the time. Hear it first as the news breaks, only on West Africa Democracy Radio. Newslink continues.
Thanks for rejoining us. Remember, we are streaming live on YouTube at WADR and on Facebook, WADR English Service. Let's now go to Ghana, where the minority in Parliament staged a walkout on the approval of the Minister of State Designate at the Energy Ministry, Herbert Krapper, and the Deputy Minister Designate of Trade and Industry, Kofi Ankora Mafo, doing proceedings on Wednesday. According to the NDC MPs, they will not support President Nana Akufo-Addo's penchant to bloat the size of his government, despite the economy not being in a good shape. WADR's Nadia Tete reports.
Last week, President Akufo-Addo nominated the then Deputy Energy Minister as a Minister of State at the Energy Ministry. This decision followed Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, selecting the current Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh as his 2024 running mate. The minority in Parliament staged a walkout on the approval of the two nominees, Herbert Krapper for the Energy Ministry and Kofi Ankora for the Trades Ministry, with the explanation that the nominations were not published in a national newspaper, denying the public the opportunity to submit memoranda or make representations to the Appointments Committee. Here is Deputy Minority Leader Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa.
The memoranda was published on Monday, the 8th of July, in the Daily Guide newspaper. And it was stated that the deadline for submission was the close of business the next day, which was Tuesday. And the close of business was at 5 p.m. Our Speaker, to our surprise, the vetting of the state nominee was called for at 12 noon on Tuesday. Unprecedented. The minority is at a loss as to the rationale for the indecent haste on the part of the majority, particularly as there is a subsisting Minister of Energy.
The NDC MPs added that they cannot be assisting the president in this adventure.
We have maintained that we are unable to participate in the vetting of any ministerial nominee that adds to the already bloated size of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. The minority cannot support the president nomination for the Minister of State at the Ministry of Energy at the time when Ghana is going through the very difficult period.
All of these did not, however, stop the one-sided parliament from approving Herbert Krapper as a Minister of State designate for the Energy Ministry. For WADR, Nadia Tete, Accra.
This is the newspaper review. Stay abreast and find out what the top stories are in your country.
This is the newspaper review.
The newspaper review.
We remain right in Accra, the Ghanaian capital, with Nadia Tete for the press review.
Greetings from Accra. Welcome to the newspaper review segment with me, Nadidi Tete, coming to you from Ghana's capital, Accra. Let's find out what the dailies are reporting today. As usual, we'll start off with the major newspaper in the country, the Daily Graphic newspaper. The front page, armed forces record 1,300 mental disorders yearly. That is the banner headline there. The story is attributed to Lieutenant General Thomas Opompepra, who is the Chief of the Defense Staff. Other stories here. Parliament passes National Service Authority Bill. Illegal SIM card business booms. Vendors and fraudsters are the main culprits. Let's now go to the Daily Guide newspaper. Front page, Baumia and Napo hit road running. Minority security recruitment claims false. That's according to the majority. It's in relation to the recruitment of some persons into the security services, and the minority in parliament is accusing the majority of fielding cronies into the service by claiming that the recruitment that is ongoing at the moment is restricted and is to cater for a backlog. Other stories here. Free SHS, give me my stone. That's according to President Akufo-Addo. He says that if former President Mahama sees a good in free SHS now, he needs to congratulate him. Other stories here. You've made Tema safe. That's from the Mankralu to the IGP. The Mankralu is like a chief, some sort, in Tema, commending the Inspector General of Police. Now the Daily Post newspaper, front page, vote for change to end the suffering of Ghana. Former President and flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, charges Ghanaians, and Baumia and Napo will complete the destruction of the NPP started by Akufo-Addo. NDC Pro Forum USA, and anger on social media over Napo's Your Kwame Nkrumah comment highlighting Akufo-Addo's so-called achievements. The next paper I have here is the Chronicle newspaper front page. ENI and Vitor fire blanks in court. Fail to squeeze $915 million from government at the International Court of Arbitration. Also on the front page, government completes 75% of 200 state housing homes at Tema. That'll be it for what the dailies are reporting in Ghana today. It's back to you in the studio from me, Nadidi Tete, in Accra.
Thanks to Nadidi Tete for the press review.
Politics, analysis on major news, social matters, and all. This is a guest.
Now, for our guest interview segment, Tijan Togola, the executive director of Twindi, a civil rights group in Bamako, is our guest. Togola shares his expectations from the lifting of ban on